Addressing the media at the Uganda Media Center, the Minister of State for Information, Communication, Technology and National Guidance, Honorable Godfrey Kabyanga, said access to information being central to work on promoting accountability, participatory democracy and inclusive development. The commemorations will highlight the significance of having constitutional, statutory and policy guarantees for the public and the need to ensure its implementation to build back better beyond the COVID-19 crisis.
Ministry of Information, Communication Technology and National Guidance is pleased to associate with the sponsorship of today's event with the Africa Freedom of Information Center, the United Nations Human Rights Office of the High Commissioner, and Twaweze East Africa. This is because access to information is central to our work on promoting human rights, accountability, participatory democracy, and inclusive development. This year's commemoration is anchored within the framework of the right to know, building back better with access to information. The commemoration will highlight the significance of having constitutional, statutory, and policy guarantees for public and the need to ensure its implementation to build back better beyond the COVID-19 crisis.
The minister added that it's every Ugandan's right to access information held by the government as stipulated by Article 41 of the 1995 Constitution, which also mandates Parliament to make laws prescribing procedures for obtaining access to the information, meaning that every Ugandan has a legal and constitutional right to access information held by any government institution.
Of the 1995 Constitution of the Republic of Uganda gives every citizen the right to access information held by the government. The same article mandates Parliament to make laws prescribing procedures for obtaining access to that information. Therefore, to this effect, the government adopted the Access to Information Act in 2005, and later the Access to Information Regulations in 2011. This means that every Ugandan has a legal and constitutional right to access information held by any institution of government. As government, we firmly believe that access to information is necessary for realizing other fundamental human rights vital for sustainable development and economic growth. For example, it is essential to hold the leaders accountable, increase safety in the fight against COVID-19, and ensure access to health, education, and justice for all.
The Honorable Minister also said that the Ministry for National Guidance remains committed to working with all stakeholders, including civil society, private sector, development partners, and its citizens to realize the fundamental rights of access to information as a pathway for sustainable development and transformative governance.